In the southwestern corner of the world of Mirabellis, beneath the third hottest of her suns, lies the Outlands, a hostile territory of outlaws and curses. And yet, among the unforgiving sands, there's mystery, treasure, perhaps most importantly, freedom. It's these temptations that bring folks of all kinds to the Outlands. Want to meet a few? Well then, how's about a little roll call?
I'm Ben Pimental, and I play Alden Ambergris, a man with as many secrets as coins in his pouch.
I'm Gurkowski, and I play Percival Wynnemark. I don't try to be the best, it just keeps happening.
I'm S.J. Nelson, and I play Madge Smalls. All I really have is a ladle and a dream, and some visions.
I'm Shaylee Bowman, and I play Kaia Vaeloris, wrestling with fury and blood, trying to master the storm inside her.
I'm Patrick Holt, and I play Twig. I may have a bit of an attitude, so don't poke the bear.
I'm Stone Mountain, and I play Zero. And I'm just a guy. Normal guy. No magic here. No, sir. Don't worry about it.
And pulling the strings is the game master. It's me, JP Coletta. So, let's jump into this episode of Roll Call. So if you'll recall from last time when we last met our heroes, they had recently arrived in the town of Duskrith. By multiple means, whether walking or being driven in by a large Goliath named Boris, they all made their way into town and found themselves at the local bar run by Elbow, a kindly yet seemingly a bit dim local to the area. Now, whilst drinking and getting to know each other, suddenly there was a crash at the door as a bunch of outlaws broke in and declared, "This is a holdup! Money in the bag and everyone on the floor." And I just realized I think that's a totally different voice than I did last time, but we're going to leave it in because that's fun. New canon voice.
They would have noticed if you hadn't said anything about it.
They would have won. All right. And I believe I had everybody roll initiative last time, so we already have initiative order for this here combat. So, as a reminder, we are now in combat. We've got your initiative order is Madge, followed by Twig, followed by Percival, followed by Alden, followed by Zero. So, Madge, what you're facing down right now is there are, on the inside anyway, currently that you can see, 3 humans in this, like, leather armor with pins and bandanas around their necks, covering their nose. And leading the charge is the guy who's waving a gun around, and this is a 6'8" about orc with these large tusks that are sort of disjointed, one facing up and one that's facing sort of to the side, with this grayish skin and a long scar running along his nose. I'd say all bandits are somewhere within 10 to 15 feet from you.
Cool. I think Madge is going to slowly start sinking down to the ground. And just very slowly. She's never been in a situation like this before. And I would like to, with my telekinetic movement, I would like to try to grab, if I can, the gun from the orc's hand. If I can try to suck it to me.
Sure. All right. That's a, I'll say that that's a strength save on his part, then.
Okay.
Because that is the save, correct me if I'm wrong, on that mechanic if you're trying to move him, right?
I believe. Beep, 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 beep. It's not saying. You can move an object or creature with your mind. As a magic action, choose one target you can see within 30 feet of yourself. Blah, 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 blah. You transport the target up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see.
There's no save?
Alternatively, if the target is a tiny object, you can transport to it or from your hand.
Fascinating. There's no save? You know what? Since it's a tiny object, I'm gonna make it a dex save. Actually, since it's to hold on to an object that's moving, because you're using it on the object.
Yes, on the gun.
On the gun. All right. So I suppose you can roll since there's not a DC. Roll a contested dex.
A what?
Just roll a dex.
Oh.
Roll your dexterity.
Okay. Where's my dex? Boop, 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 boop.
I don't have that stat. I only have dex.
I was like, what? Ooh. That's not good. That's a 6.
A 6. Unfortunately, he's gonna roll a. He's got a 15. He got a 15 on that dex save. So I'm gonna say, unfortunately, he does manage to hang on to the gun. But that was a great idea.
Thank you.
You sort of reach out and try to pull it, and he feels it move, but he just it moves an inch out of his hand, and he reaches out and grabs it, and starts to look around for the source of that magic.
I think Madge's gonna go, oh, dang it, and then slowly put her hand up, like keep going down and slowly put her hand over her face to try to she thinks that'll help. And I'm not sure if I wanted to, if I could do anything else. I think I'm all good for the time being. That was my action.
Oh, okay. In that case, it is going to be that orc's turn. I'm gonna, just for fun, I'm gonna roll an intelligence check to see if he can tell where that magic came from. That is a natural 1. So he just sort of goes, damn oil spill. And he goes ahead and he's gonna go ahead and fire off a warning shot at the bartender instead. Money in the bag. And it's just gonna boom whiz past his head. It is now Twig's turn.
Oh boy. Can I ask a couple clarifying questions?
Yeah, sure.
So, do all of the enemies have guns or just the one?
All of the enemies have guns, yes.
Awesome. And what's the spacing in this?
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that there's essentially 3 guys who are about 15 feet depth-wise from you in sort of a triangular formation behind the big boss, who's who's 5 feet in front of them, sort of in the center of that triangle. So You got about 20 feet, 15 feet, 10 feet.
Great. I'd like to step maybe like 5 feet forward. And can I also angle myself so I'm kind of in front of the barkeeper?
Sure, yeah.
And I'd also like to... Twig will turn to Zero and say, Zero, get behind me! And he's gonna cast Warding Wind. So that puts a wind around me in a 10-foot radius. It does a bunch of shit, but the main thing is that ranged weapons have disadvantage on attack rolls if they pass through it.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Also, I can't hear anything anymore.
Wait, You can't?
It says it deafens me and other creatures in its area.
We've been having tech problems. Don't scare us like that.
I mean like Twig can't hear anything. Me, the character. I'm in character.
Dropped in.
Understood. Method.
Oh, please no, I would not like to be method for Twig. That sounds awful.
Okay.
And then, with my bonus action, since I'm awesome like that, I would like to transform into a bear.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah.
And since Warding Wind is a concentration spell, it stays up.
Can you tell us a little bit about what this bear looks like?
Yeah, so he's like classic grizzly, big fluffy boy, and he keeps the scar underneath his eye that Twig has, and he keeps a little bit of the shock of white hair that Twig has. So he's got like one kind of line of white that goes from his muzzle up to like the top of his head, and he's got a scar underneath his eye right here. But other than that, he's just a big sweet bear. He's all like,
Heck yeah. I love this image that you just transform into this bear as like a seeming tornado just emanates out from you, shifting all the glasses and other things, like falling off tables, silverware clanks, and all of the bandits sort of cover their face and pull their bandanas up further to cover their noses and eyes. Heck yeah.
That's movement, action, bonus action, so I'm good.
All right. I love that. It is now one of the outlaws' turn. And seeing that bear, he's just going to start screaming, though you can't hear it. It's a bear! And he's going to go ahead and take a little shot at you at disadvantage. And that is only going to be at disadvantage 10 to hit, which I do believe misses.
You are correct, that will miss me.
Yeah, so he goes ahead and is just like, it's a bear! And just fires off a shot, and it doesn't even come near you. It starts firing off towards you, but the wind just picks up and tinks it off in another direction, and a bullet hole goes through the scaffolding. All right. And next up, we are at Percival.
All right, I finally figured out how to click my mute button. Let's go. That's my action.
And I would dare say, Percival, you are definitely within the range that is deafened. So,
okay, I'm deafened.
Going by bar,
okay.
You are deafened.
Okay. Okay, then in that case, what you see out of the corner of your eye is a blur of white pop out of a little leather satchel that is across Percival's chest as Glimmer Scamper, the weasel, joins the fray. So Glimmer Scamper is going to run around the feet of that large orc towards the front and give me the help action by trying to distract him a little bit. And I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
On Yield Dude. Thank God for that help action, because that was a 1. That is going to be instead a 18 to hit.
An 18 will hit.
Thank God. If it didn't, we'd be so screwed. 6. We're doing
You're
good.
only level 3.
5, 7, 6, 5. That is 18 points of fire damage. I'm going to cast that with fire.
18 points of fire damage.
Wait, no, I just did that math wrong. Wait. 16 points.
That's still really fucking awesome.
I'm really good at math, guys. I don't know how to add 3 numbers.
So, that's awesome. So as the wind circles around, Glimmer Scamper like runs through the tornado, and this guy's just like looking down. He doesn't know where to look. There's a weasel at his feet. There's a tornado happening, and he gets hit in the head with a fork, and he's like, "Oh, what?" And he looks up just in time as the tornado of wind catches fire from your hand as your chromatic orb joins with the tornado and just sends like a spiral of fire at this guy. And he looks just in time to get hit straight in the face. And he is like burning right now.
Nice. Okay. With my bonus, actually, Percival's going to close up with him, and he's. I assume we're both deafened, so he's going to, kind of in a muffled way. And I'm going to use Celestial Revelation, and Percival's eyes will glow with an inner radiance. And at the end of my turn, I need... Oh, you just take two radiant damage. No save.
Okay. Great. So he is not looking too good as he's just recoiling from this fire and suddenly is just like finds his body alight with radiant energy as well. He is not looking none too hot. And now we find ourselves at Alden with 0 on deck.
Right. So the first thing Alden is going to do is he is going to drunkenly stand up from his bar stool, kind of shake himself off for a second, and then with his right hand take his cane by the whale handle that it has, and with his object interaction flip it up, and the handle will go from underneath the whale to almost sticking out of its mouth, almost like a narwhal's horn. And as it does that, the leather body of the cane will retract up into the hilt, almost like a rolling window shade or one of those maps that you had in elementary school at the front of the classroom, to reveal a silvered rapier. And he is going to move over to flank the outlaw that Percival is in melee with, and he is going to attack. Yes.
Okay.
And question, disadvantage?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Well, my base question is normally would it be a disadvantage?
Normally, yes, it would be,
cool.
But I suppose with flanking... I will give you this. It can be a flat roll considering Percival's in melee. He's covering his face from being burnt off in fire. A fork just hit him. He's in the middle of wind, and there's a weasel running around his feet. He's so confused. I will say your drunken strike can be at a flat roll.
Love this, love this. Yeah, so he is going to move around the back of him and just take a single jab with his rapier for an 11 to hit.
And even with that, it does not hit.
Yep. Well, he is going to, while he misses, he is going to look over at Madge, who is, I believe, on the ground. And
that is correct.
With his bonus action, he's going to call over to Madge and say, "Hey, Madge, right?
What?
Get up and fight. Use your size against him. He's bigger. Run between his legs. Give him the old 1-2.
All right. I'll give him the 1-2 and then the 3-4 if I can.
And 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go, baby." And that is Alden's turn. And
I need everyone who can't see this to know how much I was using the mute button to contain how hard I was just laughing at that insanity. Okay, no notes, nothing to add. Great, we have to move on. So that happens. Zero. How you gonna? What are you gonna do after that?
The battlefield is in chaos. Zero is going to look down at his very brave, very powerful friend who's turned into a bear, and is gonna sort of pat him on the rump and be like, "Yeah, you go get him, Twigsy." And then bravely, I'm gonna leap over the bar and duck down and take the hide action. So bravely.
I love that. And just for shits and giggles, can you give me a stealth check?
Yes.
Since you're hiding.
Really good. I got a 21. A 21.
Awesome.
brave 21
Awesome.
stealth.
Yeah, a brave 21 as you egg your friend on and immediately hide behind the bar. Kletz is standing directly next to you, and he just looks down at you and sort of shakes his head.
Twig usually handles these things. It's fine. He doesn't need my help.
Don't ask me. I'm just a bartender. And with that, it is now one of the other humans' turn. Go humans, and he's gonna try to make a run for it out of the wind, which I understand is difficult terrain. But remind me, Twig, how big is the circumference of the radius?
The wind is a 10-foot radius centered on me.
10-foot radius center on you. Okay, yeah. So he is going to have enough movement to eke his way out of that just barely by 5 feet. And he is going to also take a shot at the bear, which is now at...
Bring it, dude. Bring it.
A flat roll. That is going to be a 15 to hit, what's your bear AC?
It doesn't matter. I get to use my own AC, which is 17. I'm a Circle of the Moon druid. I'm a Circle of the Moon druid.
The power of the moon. Okay, power of the moon. Well, then, yeah, he also just narrowly misses you, and it goes right into the bar. And he just sort of is shaking as he looks at your bear form. His hand unsteady with the barrel as he goes, well, fuck. And it's now going to be the last human's turn. And he's going to run the opposite direction out of that and be like, I'm coming! Somebody get that bear! And he's going to go ahead and take another shot at the bear. That one is going to be a 17 on the money to hit.
Bring it. I still got 9 temporary hit points. Let's go.
Was it at disadvantage because of warding wind?
No, he stepped out of the warding wind.
Bullets that fly through it
go
have
through it.
disadvantage.
Any shot that goes through the wind.
It's it's disrupting ranged attacks.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well,
Attorney at Raw. Mr. Stone Mountain, attorney at rules as written.
Look who actually read the rules. Nerd.
And that is, unfortunately, going to be a 15.
Yeah, that'll straight up miss. Thank you, Stone.
Hey, happy to be here.
You may
So
be bravely
he goes ahead,
cowering,
he takes
but...
a shot. He takes a shot that would get you right between the eyes, but the wind just goes and sends it into the rafters right next to that first bullet that took a shot at you. There's now just 2 bullet holes that are beginning to form like a smiley face with 2 eyes. All right. I muted myself before I could say this. And with that, we are now back at the top of the round with Madge.
Here she is. I think after having that conversation with Alden, she's like, shit, I got get in there. And so I think she starts rolling towards the people But then she's like, shit, I gotta get up. And so then she, halfway to the orc, she's rolling kind of like, and then she's like, I need to stand. So then she stands up, and then from her back, she yanks out the largest ladle you have ever seen in your entire life. Like, just a huge ladle with immense power. And she's gonna run towards the orc, I believe. Yeah, I'll run towards the orc. And I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I'm gonna try to smack him over the head with my ladle.
And you've got the help action.
And I have the help action. That will be what will that be? That'll be a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20, that hits. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
Absolutely. 2d6 plus 4. Wait. Okay. And then, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll be 11 points of damage. And Homeboy needs to make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, he has the prone condition. I believe he has to, it's a 14, I believe.
You know, I would have him make that save if he were alive to make that save. How would you like this to go down?
I think Madge is feeling very inspired by this strange southern man who told her to get up and fight. And I think I think she goes in her head, she's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then she looks at him and just holds it for a second, and then just is like, all right, and then bam, it smacks him on the top of the head.
It is very Looney Tunes as well. He's already like burned and confused. He just takes his hands away from his face long enough to see the ladle coming, and you watch as he goes cross-eyed. And just the life leaves his eyes as he falls immediately backwards, landing with a thud on the floor and creating a break in the wood of the floor beneath it. And suddenly you hear a sort of shriek from the corner of a man that you might recognize going, well, shit! That's gonna cost a lot to repair! It's Elbow. But anyway, and now, well, it would have been his turn. It would have been that orc's turn, but he's now dead, so we're gonna go to... It's the bear's turn.
Get him, Twig!
Just need one moment to recover. Yes. So he's gonna look at, I guess, the one that shot at him, and the one that got real scared. What do you say? Fuck. Was that right?
Yes, that is the one all the way. That's one to your left.
I'd like to move towards him as the bear, and if I could do that thing bears do where they get up on their hind legs and like walk over there. He's a circus bear, you see. So I could just walk over there, and I'm going to hit him twice, once with a bite attack. But before I do, I'm going to get right in his face and go, boo. And then that is a 21 to hit.
21 definitely hits.
Oh, good. Thank God. So that would be 7 points of piercing damage. And then
okay.
I'd like to also hit him with a claw attack, which is going to be a 17 to hit.
That does hit. Dang, yeah.
Okay, so he will be knocked prone and also take 5 points of slashing damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah! Heck yeah! So, he gets up in his face and he says boo, and he's like reared up on his hind leg, so he's gonna put his bare arms on his shoulders and take the bite attack like right in like the meat of his neck, and then he's gonna pull out and then just like whap him across the face with the claw attack.
That's a horrific image, and that's coming from me.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, no, sure. Okay. Yeah, you just... Yeah, he's dead. I don't know what else to say to that. He drops to the floor. Lifeless, okay. And with that, it would be another one of the Rust Brand's turn. However, before I give the outlaws a go, suddenly another figure bursts in through the saloon doors. In a bit of a hurry. Shaylee,
Absolutely. Yeah, so I think the saloon doors slam open, and in strides Kaia Vaeloris. People would see that she has like a slim but muscular build. She's an elf with a very toned and athletic frame. She has a bit of an olive skin tone. And her skin looks very, very warm and kind of baked from the sun. She has freckles kind of scattered across her nose and cheeks, and bright green eyes are squinting very sharp and intensely, kind of sweeping across the chaos like a hunting hawk. She has dark brown hair that's kind of wild and has wind tossed, and it's shaved pretty close on the sides, on one side, in a sharp undercut, while the longer top and back are kind of thick and layered, forming like a tussled calic. A few strands are kind of like braided and pulled forward to like frame her very angular face, and the rest is kind of like flying loosely as she moves. And there's simple gold hoops kind of glinting from her long pointed ears. She also has a fitted leather corset on that has faint, like high elven knotwork, and then cinched at the waist with a wide belt from which short, kind of uneven, like leather panels kind of hang for the ease in movement. She also has some leather wraps that bind her forearms, and her worn, like mid-calf boots kind of hit the floor like war drums. And in her hand, people will see that she has like a massive great axe that's kind of humming with the sand that's kind of swirling around the air. It has like weathered mahogany as the wood of the hilt, and you'll see that she has a small globe of sand that kind of dangles from her neck on a fraying twine. But she doesn't waste for any words, and with a fierce kind of look in her eyes, you'll see that she is actively going straight for the counter and looking for elbow.
Yeah, so as you come in and you're looking for elbow, you go right to the bar. Coletta's kind of standing there, and he just sort of... He's literally stunned right now because he's just watched this giant orc come in, and with a matter of seconds, his face was melted, he was whacked with a ladle, he fell over, one of his customers turned into a bear and ripped the throat out of one of the other bandits, and now there's a gale of wind. He knows who you're looking for, and he just points to the corner where Elbow is hiding behind a table that he has flipped as a barricade. And he goes, Now you show up!
I'm sorry, Okay, you're fine. And she just kind of turns and immediately goes for the closest Rust brand that's nearby her. So she's gonna swing.
Yeah, that would probably be the other one to the corner that you have, the one that has yet to go yet. The one that also took a shot at Twig. Go ahead.
All right. That's gonna be a 16.
A 16 does hit.
Slay. Okay. All right. Cool. Ooh! I rolled a 12 on my d12. That's gonna be 16 points of slashing damage as she just bam into the side of, like, she's aiming for the neck, like right for the neck.
Oh my god, how do you want to do this?
Immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
They
She's
only
here for
have
business. She stands on
12
business.
HP!
Nobody hurts Twig. Yeah, no, she does exactly that. She's like, okay, you're fine. And she just turns around, locks eyes with this Rustbrand, who I think she sees kind of going for elbow in that corner. And she just completely, with like the great axe kind of swirling with sand, kind of glows a little bit, almost like red hot, and she just cleaves it into the side of its neck. And is there any other is there another Rustbrand within 5 feet of that one?
There's not within 5 feet, no.
That
They
right.
are spread out.
That right. Just seeing. And her eyes for a quick moment glow a little red, as she's kind of
You've done
heaving
enough.
with her chest.
Absolutely. Great. So it is now the last remaining of the bandits' turns. He is pretty close to Twig, but not close enough to be in melee, and he's just like, what the hell just happened? He looks around and goes, nope, didn't sign up for this! And he's just gonna go ahead and make a break for it out the door of the saloon. Which, technically speaking, he does have enough movement to get just outside the saloon doors. So he will exit the room. And that is his whole turn. It is now Percival's turn. I will let you do with that information as you will.
How far away did he get from Percival?
Well, there's now a set of saloon doors between you, and I would say that he's probably about 40 feet from you.
Okay. 40's tough. Okay. Yeah, actually. So you're going to see Percival's, the spaulders on Percival's shoulders start to spark with red energy. And with my bonus action, I am going to actually... A warhammer is going to appear in Percival's hand, and I'm going to take the dash action to catch up to... I'm going to use all my movement and use my dash action to catch up with the Rustbrand. Yeah.
Okay, yep.
And then spaulders of his armor continuing to sparkle with red energy. I am then going to use Booming Blade and strike with my Warhammer.
Okay.
For a 22 to hit.
A 22 does in fact hit.
Okay, that's going to be, please high. 6. That is going to be 10 points of bludgeoning. And he now has a sheath of energy around him. And Percival is gonna stand here and say, an actual outlaw. Oh, this is so much fun. Hey, you should try running.
Boom! So as he gets knocked around, he looks really dizzy, really rough, like he's about to fall over, and he's like sheathed in this magic. As you previously said, he was like, I wanted to try running. Boss said this was supposed to be the easy job. And he starts coughing up a little bit of blood down his chin. Okay. It is technically, technically we are now at Alden.
Is the Rustbrand that Percival just hit the only one left, or are there still other ones standing? Because I know we've gotten rid of a lot in the last round.
Yes, that is the only one left, is this guy who's teetering at the door, squared up to Percival.
How far is it to the door?
From you, it is, I'd say about 40 feet. But do bear in mind, you being on the other side would have to pass through Twig's, wind, which is difficult terrain, I believe, to everyone, yes? Or you could go around,
I think you're
but
right.
that would take the same amount of movement anyway. So
Percival is going to turn around to everyone and say, "Hey guys, I think we should let him run. You know, to be good sports, right?"
I want to see. So I'm gonna bonus action dash, and I'm gonna get over there, and I want to hold my rapier up to his throat, and I would like to intimidate, and I would like to ask him. Now, you said your boss said this was supposed to be the easy job. What was the hard job, and where? And that would, I'm assuming, it's not, so charisma's not one of the checks that you mentioned were affected, I don't think.
I did say all ability checks.
You said mental stats, I thought. Oh, is that the second level that it changes to all ability checks?
You know what? This is an off the cuff rule. I think, in my world, the only thing being drunk does for you, I think being drunk gives you disadvantage on basically everything except charisma checks.
Heard. Love that.
I'm gonna say you get advantage on a charisma check when you're drunk.
Love this.
Stone's so mad, but it's my world, not yours.
I like it.
Stone hates me.
Alright, so that's gonna be... Jesus, still kind of rolling shitty, though. That's gonna be a 13 intimidation.
I gave you advantage and you got 13?
What can I say? I'm swapping out my dice.
Yeah, he's just gonna go, I wouldn't tell you nothing if you was the last mom on earth. I hit my head.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can let him run and we can follow him.
Whatever you say, Mommy.
I mean, if we let him run, we're not following anything.
What do you mean?
Just watch.
Uh-oh. Oh, are you gonna have your little friend follow him?
Oh, I already did. Just let him go.
Oh. Alden's gonna flip the cane down, and the rapier will get covered up again with the sheath, and he's gonna kneel down, and he's gonna put his hand on the side of the Restbrand's face, and just say, "Now, remember, Mommy loves you. Now I need you to go run back to Boss, okay? He's gonna be missing you."
I shouldn't do this.
He called me Mommy.
I know I shouldn't do this, but I'll say make a deception check to see how high he is.
Beautiful. Jesus. 14.
All right, 14 is sort of in the middle, so I'm going to give you an in-the-middle response. Don't tell me what to do. You're not even my real mom. And he goes ahead and he just starts trotting off down the main strip.
Quick question before you describe this too much. How much time has elapsed? I know we went out of combat. Has it been enough time for it to have been a full round of combat?
I will say, if this is an ability that is based off of a round of combat, or if it's just based off of 6 seconds, this is a good time to tell the people at home that I don't subscribe to the 6-second rule. Combat rounds take however much time combat rounds take that is narratively satisfying to me. And that's the end of the story. But I will say, for the sake of Bridge just been out of combat, if it is... Yes! Flip that. I will say if it's based off of one combat round, I'll allow it. Yeah.
Okay, he stands to his feet and he starts to walk down the street, and my booming blade goes off for 4 damage.
So he literally, you're like, mommy loves you. He goes, you're not even my real mom. And he takes a few steps down the street and he goes, but I love you. And he just explodes before he can finish that sentence.
And that's what happens when you catch him out with your mother.
I hate you so much. Yeah, with that, combat is over. And you find yourself in on the outside of the bar, Elbow cowering behind a table, and Klet's just standing behind the bar looking at this fucking bear like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I'll drop the wild shape and the wording wind, and I'll just say, Zero, you okay back there?
Oh, yes. Well done, Twig. Well done, everyone.
Better have found something cool back there.
I know, I didn't find anything, and you just see Zero tucking away like a bottle of alcohol. No,
I'll let you ride that stealth check and take it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Kletz is just like, yeah, well done, Twig. Well done, everybody. And you hear from the corner, yeah, well done, everybody. What the hell just happened?
I think Kaia will turn and she'll look at Elbow and be like, it was the rust brands again. But it's fine. Thank you, guys. Are you guys the refugees?
They're new here.
I prefer businessman or researcher. A refugee's just a little presumptive, don't you think?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, what business are you guys here for?
Oh, well, that's a little confidential. We're just researching the area. That's all. Not all of us, just a few of us.
Yeah, I'm here on other classified information.
Well, that's fun. Are your names classified as well?
Oh no, I'm Percival.
Oh, okay.
Wynnemark. I'm sure you've heard that before.
He has headshots.
Of course. And Percival will once again reach into his bag and pull out a signed headshot and hold it out to Kaia. You can sell these for a lot, but you can have it for free.
Cool. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'll just put it in my stuff. And she's gonna put it behind her back, and then she's gonna crumple it up and toss it.
Awesome.
And your name? She's gonna kind of lean over and look at Zero, who's I think still behind the counter.
Hello, yes, I'm Zero. You must be Kaia. We've heard a little bit about you. Everyone seems to be talking about how helpful you are. And this fight proves true.
Oh, thanks, I try.
Oh my god, tone it down.
Twig, she seems important. Will you let me do what I do? So, you run the town? You're like the lead guard? What's your deal?
Oh god. Oh no. Kaylin runs the town, but no,
Right.
I'm Kaia. I'm just here, you know.
Hey, Kaia obliterated that guy with a battle axe, so
Well, I've been
we're
training
happy
here
to
for a
have
little
just
while.
Kaia.
Well, you
I've
hid
been
behind the
training.
bar. Yeah.
Strategically, it's good to get to get a bird's eye of the battle, so I can help my friends who are a bit more martially adept.
He'd just get in the way.
Oh.
Zero for a moment looks crestfallen, but then immediately agrees. That is true. Though I do have other talents. I think we were supposed to meet you before we meet the leader of the town. Perhaps you could give us a tour and guide us to... I apologize. What was the name of the magic scientist artificer in charge of town?
Kaylin?
Kaylin, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I could if that's what Boris said you were supposed to be doing. I mean, have you guys gotten settled in yet? Did you get into your rooms?
No,
Oh, no.
we would love to rest our bones.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Rest your bones. I mean, yeah, there's rooms in the back of the bar. There's a...
Y'all can have the rooms if y'all want, but I don't mean to be ungrateful for, y'all saving the bar and everything, but maybe we could just help old Elbow out with the bodies on the floor.
I'm so sorry, Elbow. I'm so sorry. And Kaia immediately picks up two of them by the feet and just literally swings them over her shoulders and starts taking them outside.
Awesome.
Percival will run over to the other one and also sling it over his shoulder and carry it out.
Okay. Awesome. So, I will say, the humans are easy enough. So, no problem. If you're trying to move the orc, I will require a check for that. Especially if you want to sling a 6'8" orc over your shoulder.
I think I was doing the two humans, but I mean,
Okay.
I don't know. Whatever's closest.
No.
Percival will
Well,
try
yeah,
the
sure.
orc.
Let's clear the humans first. Yeah. Great. Percival, I'm gonna need a strength check.
That is a nat 20.
Hey! And that's funny just to show off.
Is that have we had a nat 20 in this campaign yet?
We did. I think first session we had one.
All right.
I think
all right.
Ben
It was on
did, but it was at disadvantage, so we didn't get to
It was-
have it.
Well, that definitely
right.
happened.
I thought we had
Yeah,
a nat
yeah,
20
yeah.
somewhere.
I think
Okay.
there may have been.
But that's a great nat 20 of the session. Awesome. Yeah, no, you all watch. I'm not going to go as far as to say it's light work. But you just reach under and you just heave up this enormous. You guys watch as he just hefts this enormous body above his head and starts to walk out of the bar with it.
Right as Percival is walking out, there's a moment where the sunlight's creeping in, and Percival's gonna look over his shoulder, and his hair's just gonna fall perfectly. It just looks beautiful in the sunlight, and then he just continues walking out.
Zero watches these two muscle-bound man and woman make quick work of these bodies, and he's still behind the bar where he should not be, and is just sort of watching them, sort of glassy-eyed. I think we're going to like it here. There's a lot of interesting people to meet.
Yeah, that's good, Zero. Play it real cool.
So, as you two get outside of the bar, dragging these bodies, you hear off in the distance, boom, a big explosion. And as you look, you can hear this. You see a little smoke rising and hear some muffled screaming. coming from, for those of you who aren't familiar with the town, those 3 large metal spires that had that sort of blue glow over them. Kaia, if you're looking at this, you're aware that that is in the direction of the waterworks.
Oh no, bro. Okay, yeah. She's gonna drop the bodies and just like she's gonna kind of whisper to herself, Kaylin, and she's just gonna kind of leave everyone and bolt straight to Kaylin.
All right.
Where she believes him to be.
We're going? Oh, okay. I guess we're.
I think that's the bigger job, the harder one.
Percival's gonna yell back to the people inside the bar. We're running, guys! And going to sprint after Kaia.
All right. So we have 2 of you headed towards the waterworks. Anyone else care to join?
I think Madge will tag along.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the perfect time to split the party.
Are we gonna... do we...
Zero will go, oh no, Twig, the town needs more of our help. Grab another bottle, leap over the bar, and run out before anyone can stop.
All right, motherfucker, make a sleight of hand check. All right. You've ridden that 21 long enough.
What should I roll?
A sleight of hand.
For sure.
Yeah.
I face no consequences. I rolled really good again. I got a 21.
Just because I hate your guts, I am going to roll an active perception check.
Fair enough.
But he is a commoner, so it would require an act 20. 14. Nope. Yeah, you just... The town needs our help! You steal another bottle of whiskey and run away.
Okay. I guess I'll follow.
Elbow just shouts, I'll be here if you need me! And you guys are on a rush out of the door. And now, as you all run towards the waterworks, you can hear the sounds of like clanking and yelling coming more into focus. And as you get there, you start to hear a familiar voice. Come back, you cowards! Come back and fight! Running like dogs! And as you come into view, you see the waterworks is this just cascading, overarching like structure of metal and like various bridges that connect these 3 great spires that glow with a blue luminescent glow. And you see that the smoke that you saw in the distance is coming from a portion of the wall that has been blown into black ash. And on the other side of that wall, you can see people in those familiar burgundy, rusted-looking cloaks running off into the desert night on a sand skiff. And Boris leading the charge at the front, just behind the, just in front of that explosion, shouting at them, to come back, you cowards! And he turns to, noticing your party. They run away. Quickly. Someone has to tell Kaylin.
And Kaia's kind of out of breath. I'm sorry, I got here as fast as I could. There were rust brands in the saloon, so I helped take care of them. These are refugees.
I meet them earlier.
Oh, right.
It's too late to take a skiff after them. They're already gone.
Did they take anything?
Can't tell. We need to assess the damage. I think they got some of the power sources, but it seems... And he bangs on one of the great spires. Seems like these are still intact. But you know Kaylin, he'll have to assess the damages himself.
Do you know where Kaelin is?
I think he's still in the forge. And before he can finish that sentence, you suddenly hear above you, I go where the damage is, girl. Aye. And suddenly, sort of like floating in from above you, is this tiny little gnome with winged boots that
trigger warning,
fluttering down. He looks to be old, an old man with this messy white hair, and this upturned white mustache, and this sort of white goatee that is still dirty with a bit of soot from work. He is dressed in this sort of like leather armor that has buckles all over it, as if he's just wearing tons of straps with various metal accoutrement and various gadgets and gauntlets strapped to his arm. And most notably on his head are two different monocles instead of goggles adorning his head. One is a bright red and another one is a bright green. He has a sort of kindly face that has been weathered by the years, with smile lines that are ever etched into his eyes. And as he floats down amongst you, he looks around. Seems like they did quite the number. Are you okay? Is everyone okay?
Yeah, I think everyone's fine. I'm sorry. I fucked up again. I knew that they were kind of hitting all parts of town, and I was trying to focus fire, and
You didn't fuck up. You did what needed to be done, I'm sure, as you always do. This was an impossible situation. I think the biggest problem right now is that gap in the wall. They used some sort of bomb, turned everything into ash. And he goes ahead and lifts up, he shows you his right arm, and you can see that literally you can see part of the muscle in his right arm, as if an entire piece of his arm has been decayed away into nothingness.
Zero is going to lean over to Alden and be like the bomb on the ship. Just like the bomb on the ship.
Right. Well, before I ask out loud, looking around, do we see any sort of like smoke that would remind us of what we encountered on the boat?
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
At disadvantage, though. I would normally
You're drunk.
love to.
You did that to yourself.
That's gonna be a 9.
A 9? Yeah, smoke is smoke, man. You know? One smoke doesn't look that much different than another smoke.
Can I see Alden? I lean over to Alden and I say this. It's like the bomb on the ship. And I see him agree, but he's still like wobbling on his feet. Could I be like, okay, we'll talk later, and maybe try to, knowing that I don't have help, try to investigate it myself or magically open up to it myself?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. I'll let you make your own Arcana check.
Could Madge also, while this is happening, does the ash, the black ash, remind her of what she saw in the desert with Percival and Hotch on their journey here?
Make a history check for recall.
Okay.
Ooh. I got a 17 Arcana.
17 Arcana.
That'll be a 10.
I will say,
Right in the
because the history check was a little bit of a just to see if you really messed up. I would say for both of you, the answer is yes and yes. It is a similar level of decay. It is as if that wall had just turned to ash of its own accord.
Can I also, has Kaia seen this type of decay before?
I'd say roll a history check.
All right.
This DC might be a little larger for you.
Okay. I don't have a very good... Oh, yeah, she knows a lot. That'll be a natural one. That'll be a natural one.
You've never seen anything like, as far as you're concerned, this is just a bombs blow things up.
Yeah, this is crazy.
It does some things, but yeah.
I've actually never seen the wall before. You don't know where this is. You've never seen this town before. Where are you?
Yeah. But I will say, yes, it does in fact seem like that for both of you. Kalen's eyes sort of widen as his eyes fall upon it, and he flies over to the ash, but he seems hesitant to get too close to it. Interesting. Very interesting.
What is it? You're doing that thing where you say interesting and then you don't
I
explain.
suppose the rest of you are the refugees that we were expecting. I can't apologize enough for your first day in Duskearth. We don't usually start with things this terrible happening.
Oh, no, it's been fun.
Oh, what was that, lad? Speak up.
Is it often like this? I've been having a blast here.
Well, not often, but sometimes. Normally this is a place of freedom, a place of wonderment, a place where man can breathe. But lately, these rust-brand outlaw folks have been giving us a wee bit of trouble. Mostly people let us mind our own business. But anyway, you didn't come all the way out here just to hear an old man rattle off about his life's work. I heard from Elbow along the way that you were instrumental in defending the saloon. I always go to check on Elbow first. He's not exactly the fighting type. I thank you.
He really did seem to enjoy hiding behind that table, I will say.
Yes, but luckily the rest of us were there to, sort of pick up the slack. Well, we have lots of questions for you, of course, but it seems like this town is in need of some help that perhaps could be compensated for. And we're more than willing to lend our hand if you need help taking care of those rascals who blew a hole in your wall or stole things for the right price, of course. Is that something that you'd be interested in? Kalen, was it?
He flies down until he's on eye level with you. And he goes ahead and grabs the red monocle from atop his head. And you now see that his eyes have gone from this warmness to a bit of not incredulousness, not anger, just more almost a sad curiosity. And he drops the red monocle on, and he twists it, and suddenly it, with a little whirring sound, extends out, and begins to peer over you with the monocle. I will say, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no! Have I been asked to roll a saving throw? Oh, I did, when I drank the alcohol. Okay. It was almost a 20 and then it tipped back. So that's a 2 plus 0.
Ah.
Appropriate. Yeah. So, yeah. He just looks you over. Interesting. Very low roll. He looks you over and over again. And then he lifts the monocle up. And where his eyes were wistful and sadly curious and almost a little afraid before, now they turn to a sort of sad concern. He goes, "Yes, the town is in trouble, as it seems are you. But never fear. Many folks around here are in trouble. And we help them. And
we haven't done anything.
If monetary compensation." What was that?
We haven't done anything.
What was that? You haven't done anything? No, of course not. I'm not accusing anyone here of anything. Most people who come here are in trouble in one way or another. And I can see that you carry a lot of pain and secrets with you. It's not my job to pry. It's only my job to help. And if gold would help, I'm more than happy to make you an offer. Because we are in desperate need of more fighting types, as I'm sure Kaia here can attest to. Most of us are free thinkers.
Yeah, it's not like we're giving you, like, food and shelter or anything already.
Kaelin just shoots you a look that says... It's a look that almost says, "You're right, but be nice."
Oh, we'll do it for free, of course. I'm sure they'll all agree with me. We don't need money.
No, we will not agree to that.
Oh, I could also... I could pay too. This is
If
fun.
multiple people want to
that
pay
was-
me and Twig, we're looking for multiple employers. I look, I don't know what this scientist magician is talking about in trouble. We've escaped our trouble. We're happy to be here and help, and Twigsy is great at helping, and I am also here. So let's all just keep it cool. Sorry, what were you saying, scientist mayor?
He's going to go ahead and fly now over to Percival and drop that same red monocle back over and twist it. I need Percival, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
First, I have to pick up my dice from the floor. That is going to be a 15 plus 0.
A 15.
For a 15.
He looks at you and says, Bravado almost always masks a deep insecurity or shame. There's no reason to have it around here, lad. But I'll understand if it takes you a
Oh, no,
while.
I'm just... I'm so sorry. I'm actually just very excited.
Certainly. But of course, there is certainly food and shelter and rooms to be had for you here. And I'm sure that we can find a place for, to give you gold and anything else that you might need to find your way out of trouble, into trouble, whatever you need to do to move along. Now, why would you be offering to get people out of trouble when you can't even get yourself out of trouble? You hear a voice from above you. And if you look around, you can't see anyone. What? Well, if I have wanted to get a good look at you for a long time, Kaelin. The great Kaelin Drosk. You're a bit of a legend around these parts. Now, let's see. Who do we have here along your side? And suddenly, on top of the one of those towers, you see just sort of shimmer into existence. A young, what looks like human male with blonde hair, like this dirty blonde hair, and these icy blue eyes that in the night just seem to like shimmer, almost as if they're moons themselves. Along his nose are like just these dotted little sun marks, almost a bit like Boris's, but not quite as red. He looks fairer than a man should out here, and as if he's never worked a day in his life. He wears a long, like, ruffled white shirt, a long sleeve shirt that is cuffed at his wrists, and long khaki pants that seems to imply that his shirt should be dirty by any metric living out here, and yet there isn't a speck of dirt on this man. He has a childish whimsy to him. But where are my manners? The name's Silas, though most people just call me the Shadow of the Sand. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Indeed. And what would you want here, Silas? Well, it's not what I want, but what you got. I only want what I don't have. But now I have it, and I think it's time for me to be moving on. Don't you? And he goes ahead and fiddles around with a little vial. It's a metal vial that seems to have some runes etched onto it, and Kaelin's eyes glow. He goes, "Give that back right now. You don't know what you're messing with." "Oh, but I would like to. I really shouldn't have done this introduction. I just wanted to get a good look at your face and see who the newbies to the desert are. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And what makes you think I'd let you get away with it? Well, the way I see it, you have two options. You can follow me, or you can stay here and stop these beauties from exploding." And he goes ahead and pulls out from his other pocket a long coil with that seems to be metal but has a red hot sort of like ruby that runs through the center of it, almost as if the gem itself has been stretched. Kaia, if you've listened to anything Kaelin has said, you would recognize this as a regulator coil, which is essentially the thing that keeps these condensers running. So as far as I see it, you got two options. You can chase me out of town, or you can save it. Up to you. Hopefully we meet again. I'd say that you got about 2 minutes till D-Day. I'll see y'all around. And he suddenly turns invisible. And with that, you hear a rumble. And suddenly, steam explodes out of the top of one of these giant condensers. And then, boom, another explosion from another one as more steam pours out from the other. And the entire ground begins to rattle. Shite. Well, don't just stand there. Help me! And that's where we're going to go ahead and leave off today's episode.
Damn.
What? Crazy!
Oh, shit.
Oh, bitch.
Wow.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
Boom!
Some stuff is going to happen. Well, I guess that was really fun. Before we go, I do just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's listening and watching. And as always, we want to shout out those incredible artists who did the logo design and the character art for our shows. At Real Simon Bouille and character design by Jules in the Rain. Their work is awesome, and go check them out on Instagram if you can. If you're enjoying the show, please give us a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. It really helps us with the algorithm. If you're watching on YouTube, hit those like and subscribe buttons and the notification bell so that you can listen to new episodes as soon as they come out. If you want early access and bonus content like our downtime episodes, where we talk about each episode and give you behind-the-scenes scoop, head on over to our Patreon at www.patreon.com/rollcallproductions and become a patron today. And last but certainly not least, give us a follow on Instagram and Facebook at Roll Call Pod and tell us how much you're loving the show. It really does help us, and it means the world to us. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you next time on Roll Call.